Good afternoon, B.C.E. here again. So, I wanted to dig up some footage from some other hoax websites, which is what they all are. So, let's listen to this absolute pile of paid garbage, speaking on a television network full of absolutely paid piles of garbage, and then we'll explain exactly how we know they're paid piles of garbage.
Was there a part of you that was like, this isn't real, this would not happen in my school?
No.
This isn't real. As Arvy used to say, it's not real. It's a fucking joke. It's not real. It isn't.
It wasn't.
Why so?
It's been happening everywhere. I've always kind of felt like eventually it was going to happen.
Pressure cookers, right? Pipe bombs. Where else did we see that? The Boston Mason-a-thon.
Been here too. You know, hearts are heavy here. It's the end of the school year. A lot of these students preparing.
10 people killed, 10 people wounded. The zeros are sevens. 7 and 1, 8. 7 and 1, 8. Or you can multiply them. Either way, it's round and round. 88, back to the future.
For graduation, there's a ceremony tomorrow, and instead, Jake, some of these families now preparing for funerals. Jake.
Rosa Flores, the tragic scene at Santa Fe High School, about 30 miles south of Houston. Let me bring in Juliette Kayyem, the former Assistant Secretary at the Department of Homeland Security during the Obama administration. And Rosa, I can't think of a harsher indictment of how...
Barack H. Obama, 33, and it means lightning from heaven.
The leaders of this country are failing to protect children while they go to their schools. Than what that little girl just said, saying that she's actually not surprised that there was a school shooting at her school because they happen all over the place, and she figured sooner or...
No, they don't. They never happen. They've never happened. Not once. Not once. Find me the case where it isn't crawling with witchcraft numbers and it isn't fake news. Find me the one case, please.
Later it would happen at Santa Fe High School.
That's exactly right, and teenagers, because of social media, are absorbing this in ways
This moron speaking has two pyramids right behind her.
that we often do not. We can sort of put a distinction between something far away and something close by. And she's not wrong. I mean, if you look at the statistics, the Washington Post just reported that in 2018, a student is more likely to die in a school shooting than a service member is likely to die in the wars abroad. That's an indictment of all...
Oh, well, not unless they plan to go get sacrificed. I don't know. Maybe our friend from Boston can go shoot them.
Of us, and so this is a unique case, though. There's a couple factors that are just we still have to get our heads around. I mean, the first is, of course, this was a school that had done everything right. It had armed officials on the campus. It had done active shooter trainings. It had every protocol seemed to work right. So this idea that if we just train people enough, this is going to be okay, is just not true. On the other hand, these are weapons that are not the ones that we often talk about as in terms of gun control. They're not average weapons, but these are not high-density weapons, and so this is not sort of falling uniquely or distinctly into the gun debate that we often have in these discussions. And then the third factor is, of course, the IEDs. I often think that one of the problems is that because we become acclimated to school shootings, we're seen with
IEDs. 9, 5, 4. Sure. Sure.
these assailants, something that we saw similar in terrorism, that they just have to keep upping the ante just for people to
Terrorist 33.
pay attention. And I think had this assailant been successful, what he wanted to do was obviously kill a lot of people, explode a lot of things, thereby killing a lot of people. And we have to be very cautious that there's this ratcheting up through the copycats as we see more and more.
Nurse Ratchet. Ratchet. That's what that means. That's what that's referencing. Randall Patrick McMurphy and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Nurse Ratchet. That's what that means.
More of these school shooting cases.
Yeah, and you mentioned the issue of how the suspected shooter is thought to have been able to get firearms, and it's true that very few of the laws, if any, that I've heard proposed in the last 5 years after any one of these mass shootings would have any effect on this. Apparently, according to law enforcement officials, based on the best information they have now,
Again, have to reuse the same terms. Apparently. Parents. Par for the course. Rap artist. App store. P.A. You're fucking losers.
used a shotgun and he used a .38, so none of the AR-15 style weapons that are debated and discussed a lot.
Exactly.
And he didn't buy them. He didn't get them through the gun show loophole or online. He just took his father's guns, and as you heard, the Lieutenant Governor of Texas, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, a big supporter of gun rights, telling parents, what can you do?
Patrick, 33.
You can lock up your guns so nobody can get them, especially your children.
That's exactly right. And I, at least in this regard, I applaud Lieutenant Governor. He did mention a lot about entrances and exits, which I don't think makes a lot of sense for a big high school.
Entrance and trance.
Given what we know about them. But on the gun issue, those who own guns have a responsibility, if they want to I don't want to say win the debate, but in other words, they have their own responsibility. This idea that they have no responsibility as gun owners is ridiculous. If you are a parent and you let your child have access, or you don't have your guns under gun locks, that is bad parenting, and it is also should make you liable, in my personal opinion, for criminal indictments, depending on what they are. If you are negligent and you hand a kid a gun, right, and that kid does something, I don't understand as a parent how you are not responsible for that. If people who want to own guns have children...
Negative. Genuflect. You're a joke. I'm going to show you what a big joke these people are in a moment.
We need to get tougher on the laws and tougher on enforcement in terms of lock boxes and other obligations on parents, because what is happening now is kids who may do really bad things that the parents don't know about are using the parents' sort of adulthood status, right, their ability to get guns, to kill lots of people very, very quickly. So if I sound a little bit like, parents, get your heads on straight.
All witchcraft. All garbage. Pay no attention. Nothing to see here, literally.
It is because those who want to protect gun ownership have a responsibility to...
Okay, that's enough, you bimbo. Now, the person you just saw interviewing the lovely whomever that was, whatever bimbo that is they got standing in front of two pyramids who's going to go out tonight, get gangbanged, and eat babies. Jake Tapper eats babies. Oh, he sure does. 76, 7 times 6, 7 plus 6. It's also coincidentally the micro and the macro, 66, 69. Ribbon. Why, you'll see a ribbon in all military installations and branches of the military. They mentioned he was a former Marine. Right. Ribbon 33. There's a ribbon. See, there's only two bloodlines. The one that lies and the one that doesn't. And which one holds all the purse strings / media? The one that lies. 33, right? Right. Because the amount of the fallen angels that Yahweh kicked out. There's the 33rd parallel right there. Wouldn't you know it, that CNN is on the 33rd parallel. And if you turn their logo sideways, there's a 33 in it. Right, runs right through the country. Where all the hoaxes, Lee Harvey Oswald, Roswell, Atlanta, Georgia, John Paul, George, and Ringo. Lord of the Rings. The phone rang. Did you ring? Right. And why? Because it comes right from Babylon. Hollywood, Babylon. Witches' wands are made from holly trees. Hollywood is just witchcraft. Just like these people and their stupid language they created is witchcraft. CNN is a joke on the sheeple. LOL. 8 times 11, 88, Back to the Future. CNN is a hoax, of course. 96, micro and macro again. No, look, the 33rd parallel itself just coincidentally is 66. What are the two most important numbers in free tertiary? 33 and 66. They love their duality numbers. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99. Thank you, Benjamin Lashenko. Turner, the founder of CNN, Ted Turner. Turner, 33, like Tina Turner. Like my fucking piece of shit old roommate, James Turner. You piece of shit. Just like Ike and Tina Turner. Right, there you go. Red and blue for masonry. Masonry 33. So yeah, we're just going to keep going over the hoax. Because that's what it is. It's a giant fucking hoax. I love you all. Hope you're having a good day.